In animal testing, tons of animals are used and then killed after their use. Others are hurt and will still live the rest of their lives in captivity. The unfortunate aspect is that many of these animals receive tests for substances that will never actually see approval or public consumption and use. People test cocaine on animals just for the research. How is that benefiting mankind? It is this type of animal testing that many view as a major negative against the practice. This aspect seems to show the idea that the animals died in vain because no direct benefit to humans occurred from the animal testing. Eating things. Another con on animal testing is the sheer cost. Animal testing generally costs an enormous amount of money. The scientific community has wasted 20 million taxpayer dollars exposing animals to drugs for a variety of arbitrary and pointless tests. Animals must be fed, housed, cared for, and treated with drugs or a similar experimental substance. The controlled environment is important but comes with a high cost. On top of that, animal testing may occur more than once and over the course of months, which means the additional costs are incurred. The price of animals themselves must also be factored into the equation. There are companies who breed animals just for the sake of testing, and animals can be purchased through them. The U.S. Department of Agriculture licensed breeders to breed specifically for animal testing. There is also the argument that the reaction of the drug in an animal's body is quite different from the reaction in human. Thalidomide, a drug that was safely tested on thousands of animals that was supposed to be a sedative to help pregnant women, it ended up giving severe deformities to the babies. The main criticism here is that some believe animal testing is unreliable. Following on that criticism, it is the promise that because animals are in an unnatural environment, they will be under stress. Therefore, they won't react to the drugs in the same way compared to their potential reaction in a natural environment. This argument further weakens the value of animal experimentation. People think that the benefits of animal testing are not significant enough to undo the torment and misery that the animals experience. Also, facilities in which animal testing takes place are not controlled properly. In other words, animal abuse occurs. Also, animal testing does not work all the time. Some diseases that affect animals have different effects on humans. Furthermore, some drugs given to animals have different effects on humans. In addition, the results of animal testing are not reliable because the animals receive in the laboratories, which increase their stress levels, affect the outcomes. It's ridiculous to do animals testing for products like lipstick, shampoo, or laundry detergents, to infect monkeys with the AIDS virus, or to expose rodents to toxic chemicals and radiation is simply not acceptable. Whatever the supposed benefit, in fact, a few breakthroughs have been made as a result of animal testing. Another con in animal testing is the after effect of the drugs that are tested on the animals. Another become stressed out after all the things they do to the animals for the sake of testing drugs that probably benefit nothing for mankind. Also, because of all the testing done on animals, they can develop deformity like an ear in some random place. It's because of stuff like that so many people are against animal testing. The scientific community could find a different way to make advancements in health than by testing on animals. It's not fair they get to torture animals just for the sake of a violent race. The scientific community needs to learn that animals are living things and has just as much rights as we do. Okay, I probably. Another con in animal testing is the after effect of the drugs that are tested on the animals. Animals become stressed out from all the things they do to the animals for the sake of testing drugs that probably benefit nothing for mankind. Also, because of all the testing done on animals, they can develop deformity like an ear in some random place. It's because of stuff like that so many people are against animal testing. The scientific community could find a different way to make advancements in health than by testing on animals. It's not fair that they get to torture animals just for the sake of a violent race. The scientific community needs to learn that animals are living things and has just as much rights as we do.
The reason why we have animal testing is because animals have the same basic parts that we do, so scientists can test whether medicines and chemicals are harmful or safe before they administer it to a human. Animals are also in abundance, so a larger number of tests can be performed, and animals done on people at a cheaper price. Animals that have short lifespans, such as rodents, allow researchers to test clinical trials at many different stages of life in a short span of time, which means that we receive faster results. Compounds often have different effects on young people and the elderly. Instead of finding many different ages of people for testing, we can simply breed new populations of animals. Four main tests performed in animals are drug testing, behavior testing, cosmetic testing, and genetic testing. Testing drugs on animals may seem underhanded and evil, but I can assure you it is necessary. Drug testing is necessary because before medicine and other procedures can be practiced and tested on people, they need to be safe and effective on humans. When we test drugs on animals, we look to see if the drug cures diseases that it is meant to cure, and to observe any side effects the drug may have. Some animals are tested with behavior testing techniques as well. This can include testing the way a rat will run a maze, or the way that various animals react to music, loud noises, or different conditions. The animals that are administered these tests are often hooked up to machines in order to see what part of the brain activates. In order to keep America beautiful, cosmetic companies need to understand if products do what they are supposed to do, and whether the products have any lasting adverse effects on animals. Cosmetic companies need to know that the claims that they make about their product are true, otherwise they will not be able to advertise the claims and will lose a lot of money. Skincare products are often tested on animals in order to see the reaction the product has on animals, which helps researchers determine what reaction will happen if the product is applied to humans. Genetic testing is also performed on animals. Most of these procedures, including separating genes, infusing genes with drugs, or putting genes from healthy specimens into unhealthy animals. Genetic testing is very important because this field is still very new to us, and we don't know everything about genes and genetics. Because of this lack of information, many genetic disorders go untreated and result in death to the victim. Many people believe that animal testing is useless because the desired results are not obtained or ineffective, but the truth is that thanks to animal testing, we have been able to develop vaccines against diseases like rabies, polio, measles, mumps, rubella, and TB. Also, scientists also state that operations on animals help to develop organ transplant techniques. As everyone can clearly see, animal testing is a must because antibiotics, HIV drugs, insulin, and cancer treatments rely on animal testing. And without these tests, there would be nothing to protect us from these horrible diseases. And even though those hypocrites are annoying animal protesters, shouldn't disregard animal testing so quickly, as most of the medicine that keeps not only them but their children and loved ones alive are only on the market available for all the people because of animal testing. It is plain to see that animal testing is a must. It is better to be morally wrong to test on animals than to release medicine and surgical procedures into the world without testing them, which could end up killing human lives.